So, the journey. Part-time. Got my real estate license, was working it part-time. While I was working in the restaurant, about 70 hours a week. And in the restaurant too, it never stopped. It was after you left, you're answering emails, you had to follow up on calls, you had to still make sure that your show was still running. So it was literally consuming all day, and then also sprinkling in working with a couple buyers, a listing here and there. That's kind of how it started, and I did have intention of not pursuing real estate and just sticking with the restaurant and just kind of keeping my license as a referral license. I did get offered a promotion. I took the promotion, became a general manager. And, I always wanted to be a general manager. I remember seeing my general manager when I was young, working at Carrabba's. We'd be at a poker table, playing late night after hours. Everyone enjoyed being around him. And I remember him pulling like $1,000 cash out of his pocket, and I'm 16, 17 years old, and I'm like, wow, that's cool. Yeah, that's what I want to do. And again, it's kind of like attaching emotions to someone else's outcomes. And there comes a point in time where you'll hit that goal. You'll hit that, what you think is a dream. You go after becoming a general manager in a restaurant, and when you get it, what's next? Yeah, I could probably keep pushing myself and going to the next level, area director, regional director, vice president, maybe start my own restaurant. I can keep pushing that envelope, but I know the restaurant background is very consuming, and the divorce rate and things like that are astronomical. Why? I think the reason why is because you're out of the house, you're not around your family, you're not popping in, you're not having lunch with your family, you're not at your kids' events on the weekends because you're working. So it just literally consumes your whole entire life, which is fine. I'm not knocking it. If you are a general manager or a restaurant manager, I understand. I get it. I was there. I did it for about 15 years. But in the meantime, I would take, as I transitioned into real estate full time, I still kept my part-time job, prep cooking at Mission Barbecue. And it would fill the void. It was an extra, $400 a month, which is like a grocery bill, so I had that extra grocery bill. I had some commissions kind of rolling in. And I'll admit, when I first jumped into real estate full time, I had a tough time adjusting and struggling, right? The first month, I think I had maybe one closing. The next month, I had like one or two closings. And then after that, from my January and February momentum, that's when I kind of got it started. And I'm grateful for the restaurant because I always had it. And I still, every once in a while, I do pick up shifts here and there. Even maybe this weekend, I'll probably pick up a shift here and there. And, so a lot of people say, jump all in, go all in, cut the ships. And you know what? A lot of people aren't built for that mentally. Like I maybe am not built for that mentally. I had to build up a little nest egg because I do get like a little bit of worry around finances and control, and I don't want to be in the negative and scraping the bottom of my bank account. And to be honest, I was in a position where I did struggle. Like I remember not having or barely having enough money to pay, the mortgage, barely having enough money to pay the bills, and literally just trying to like go all day without eating or cut back on eating and things like that to just kind of control finances a little bit. So I'm more of like a dominant and a high I. So I am a thinker, right? But when you are consumed by thoughts of struggle and not having enough money to pay bills and cover things, you don't have time to be creative with your thoughts. So, and then the dominant side of things is, I like control, I like order, and I don't like struggling, but I do probably over delegate things, and that's on me, something I'm constantly working on and driving to get better. Like I don't want to be in a position that I have to have my wife work and pick up extra side jobs and work on her business. Like, I need to just fucking provide and dominate everything I do in that space. So, donating plasma, CSL plasma, a couple $100 a month, picking up a prep shift, extra $400 a month, selling a real estate transaction, January, February, I might close 8 or 9 transactions, and then that'll build a lot of momentum and kind of have a nice little nest egg built up from that. But again, there's no point of running it all the way down to empty and then restarting. Let's just have a plan in place, stay consistent with the plan, and just dominate and build up the momentum that's needed to keep driving ourselves and pushing ourselves. I don't want to be in this position where Christmas time, I'm struggling. I'm thinking about, oh my God, I don't have money to spend for the kids. No, I need to just dominate and be ahead and always being proactive on things and staying on top of my game. So that's like my rant, just a little 6-minute rant. I just want to kind of touch base. I don't know if you can get any nuggets out of there or if you have any questions about anything, but I'm dropping that. And you know what? I think there's some truth in it because you know what? It's not all sunshine and rainbows. And to be honest, when you are on social media and you're envying and you're looking at people and you're saying, wow, man, they're doing it, instead of being jealous, why don't you just emulate them? Instead of envy them, emulate them and go after things and connect with them. Hey, how did you do this? Hey, what worked for you? Hey, I'm trying this. Do you think this would work? These mentorships and these programs and people you're reaching out to that are dominating in these spaces is, they want to pass down their knowledge. They want to let you know. They want to give you the insight. They want to, give you the tips and tricks that work to save time because they want to see you succeed at the end of all things.